Most importantly, I want to say thank you for the opportunity. I want to say thank you to everybody that's here. I want to say thank you for all the opinions and the thoughts and the heartfelt concerns that are expressed. My name is Mike Collins. I've been in this community since 1977. I had a little bit to do with things like the community center and Parks and Rec, and I spent a little time sitting back there with some very outstanding people. I have two children who graduated in '98 and 2001, and I thank you all for their successful life now and their successful future. And I have an 11-and-a-half-year-old that's in the 5th grade right now, and I want to tell you something. I don't want my 11-year-old to have the same education my 32 and 29-year-old had, because these days and times are entirely different. Thirdly is I happen to have the privilege of representing some of you that live in Delaware County on the State Board of Education. And with that, I actually represent 129 school districts. And I represent school districts in Mansfield, Knox County, Athens, Marietta, Monroe County, which is the poorest county in Ohio. I want you all to take a trip with me. I want you to come down and see what I see every other week when I go there. Well, I want you to come again, because they're working like crazy. They don't have what we have in terms of as an opportunity to move from here. And once you lose it, you don't regain it. I'd like to also ask everybody in this room, regardless of whether you have a blue sign or a red sign, to understand that you're entitled to either. But the mudslinging that goes with it has no place in a community I've lived in since 1977. You know, there's a biblical phrase, and I'll be careful to separate church and state here, but it's he or she without sin cast the first stone. And right now, I don't see anybody picking up any rocks. We need to take a look at the sharing of our differences, understand that they exist, and figure out how we best apply them. I really don't care that your sign got stolen, whether you got a blue sign or a red sign. I really don't care if somebody snarled at you. You're an adult. You go to work every day, they snarl at you every day. Okay? No matter what you do. This is time for us to be the Westervillians I've known since 1977. Recognize and appreciate our differences. Build bridges where we need to build bridges. Act like adults. Understand the difficulty of the finances that are before us, and move forward. The other thing I want to remind all of us, for all the energy and venom that can be in this room, the vast majority is being directed at exactly the wrong place. 13 million of the 23 million are because of this state budget. If you take 13 million and you add 6.5 million to cuts, my math says that's 19.5 of $23 million. I didn't have the good fortune to go to a school district as good as Westerville, but I can do that much math. I also want to remind us that if you really are troubled by your taxes, understand it's because the state has balanced their budget on your backs. I am your representative on the State Board of Education, and the cuts that have been made and the way they have been made will continue to have a negative impact on public education in Ohio for a long time to come. Westerville can get over that and beat that, and we can do it together. I ask you to join me and many others in supporting the students of today, supporting our community, and most importantly, support yourselves. This is who we are. This is where we live. Let's be proud of it, and let's be proud we live and are from Westerville. Thank you very much for the opportunity.